How's it going, everyone? I hope you're doing well. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something that has been really hard for some people, and nowadays it's happening more often than ever. Whether people get distracted and fall into the loop of procrastination, or they lose complete control of themselves and have a strong craving for some sweets. And that brings me to this video of why it's important to take control of your life. Because you can do something that's easy, but that also requires time that you won't get back. And you also let yourself down because you weren't capable of getting the task done when it was time to, and being in control of your actions. And you allowed the lizard brain to control your ship without thinking, such as smoking, having food binges when stressed, or diving in and playing the game. All these things contribute to you losing control of your cerebral cortex and allowing your moods and feelings to lead you in the direction of comfort. And this becomes a huge problem since many people have responsibilities. Not just that, when you waste that time, you can't get it back. You must resist these urges and create a barrier for yourself, so these temptations won't pull you in any longer. Don't worry, you will have time to do the fun activities that you want to do, but you should only do them when you have free time. In my last video, we talked about the Pomodoro method, by doing the work for 25 minutes and taking 5-minute breaks, and repeating that 3 times so you can have a 30-minute break afterwards, and repeating the cycle once again until your work is done. You see, there's always going to be problems for your situation, but once you get the solution, it's up to you to act on it and not let it go out the other ear, because if you do, you'll be in the same position like you once were. So what is causing this problem? Maybe you feel like there's no point of life, or you just feel like giving up. Whatever the case is, you have to keep going, because life is fast, and the more you waste your life, the more pain you will feel. Because you will look back as an older person and think to yourself, I could have done something. Maybe if I thought differently, I could have became someone great. So it's best to take control now, so you won't look back with regrets and be disappointed of what you could have been. You can put your foot down and take control now, because the average is the enemy, and there's lots of people out here who lives average lives. Not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but I am saying if you want more out of life than being someone who's comfortable inside their bubble, then you're going to have to break free and pop that bubble so you can evolve to new heights and ultimately create a legacy for yourself where you can do adventurous things and take risk. That's what makes somebody who's average someone great, because they're not stuck in the same place for years, and they say to themselves, I want to live above the buildings. I want to climb mountains and reach the top, and ultimately see what life has for me down the road as I grow older year by year. If I have grandchildren, I want to tell them the most amazing stories, so I had an awesome life to look back on, and mistakes will come. That's why you want to embrace what your life is trying to teach you. Don't be hard on yourself. It's all a part of the journey. Each day you live, you're writing a story in your book, and each chapter is a year for your awesome book of life that you get to live, and that you get to one day tell to others of all the accomplishments you accomplish and all the cool things you have done by not falling down the rabbit hole of letting your emotions lead you to being the version of yourself that you avoided. Now let's talk about sacrifices. What you need to do to not allow vices such as entertainment rot your brain. Whatever you consume, you become. Whether it's a hilarious video or a coworker or a classmate that you hang around that just isn't good for you. Getting these things out of your life and detoxing your mind is something that many people need, so they can have a fresh start of living a life that is fruitful, because many of these distractions are people that you know that's not good for you. Starts to rot your brain and lower your value of becoming the best person that you could be. And of course, I'm not saying disfriend your friend or quit video games. You should have a limit on how much entertainment you're consuming, whether that's social media or Netflix or video games or hanging out with friends, because it would be almost impossible to go cold turkey, to sacrifice them instantly. This would be something you have to develop on a weekly basis. So if you do want to get rid of that thing that has been causing you wasted time or feeling pointless, it's good to work on getting rid of it slowly, because nothing happens in one day. You have to work on yourself to building good habits and distinct yourself from these distractions. And if your concern is social media or websites that you can't stop going to, there are website blockers that you can set up to prevent you from going to that website, which is handy when starting out. Even when you are having a bad day, you must keep your head up and be resilient, because all the pain that you're facing is only temporary and soon it will all pass. So keep your mind intact when faced with difficult decisions of opposition. And one way that can help you with this is having routines to be strong enough to resist any temptation that knocks on your door, so you won't have to repeat the same bad habits that has been taking your life away. And some good routines are waking up early in the morning, because they say the beginning of your day dictates the rest of your day. So it's good to get your mind ready and prepared for whatever life has to throw at you. Another one that is great is having rituals. They're also said to be tied to our values, and as such can help us connect back to our sense of self and what is meaningful in our lives. They can also be hopeful and direct connections to our deeper values, and can be soothing and helpful in nerve-wracking situations. And one that you can use that can give you a boost of satisfaction is repeating "I am calm" by rubbing a necklace or a bracelet that has beads on them to feel calm and restored, because all of the problems that you have to face in your life is all in your head, and this will help balance your mind and help you realize that everything is going to be okay. Another one that is important that many philosophers use is Stoicism, created by Zeno of Citium around 300 BC. And one of the best Stoics to teach it is Marcus Aurelius. In his book Meditations, he goes over how to control one's life and how to make a meaningful life by creating it and doing things that you are set out to do, by fulfilling one's destiny and giving yourself a life purpose. Because what are you going to do when life catches you on the blind side and you're feeling at your weakest? You see, you only can go forward in time and can't go backwards. So you're going to have to walk that road, pick up your bootstraps, and know there's no going back. Another thing about being a Stoic is having the power to say no. Because when you say no, you have self-respect and you won't let others walk all over you. And this gives you strength to make decisions in the long run. Because no one wants to be a people's pleaser who allow others to walk all over them. So it's time to gain some assertiveness and stand your ground, because in life, there are winners and losers. So understand that you have the power of making the decision of yes and no. Now we're going to talk about setting goals, because when you have goals, you give yourself direction to see the finish line right in front of you and not just be a feather in the wind, just letting life blow you around. You get to choose where you want to go. And this is what makes it extremely rewarding, because you can see what's at the end of the tunnel and know to not give up easily. And that brings me to having a vision board. You see, having a vision board lets you visualize your success. By regularly looking at your vision, you immerse yourself in visual representation of what you want or hope to achieve. This helps you create a positive and powerful image in your mind, making it easier to believe in your ability to achieve your goals. Say, for example, that you want to get a six-pack, and that's on your vision board to having six-pack abs. What you'll do is have a plan of how many days you go to the gym, doing the right workouts like push-ups and sit-ups and pull-ups, and training consistently to develop a six-pack. One of the ways that you can make a vision board, there are different types of apps, or you can make a physical one out of a project board with all your dreams and goals and aspirations that you want to put on there. So you could put it in your room or office so you can look at it every day to have that dream in your mind. Will help you manifest this dream you're chasing quicker because now you can see it and now you have to work your tail off to achieve it. One of the last things that people neglect in taking control of their life is practicing self-care. And I'm not talking about being lazy and pampering yourself when you don't deserve it. No, I'm talking about taking care of your well-being, because when you're really stressed, it's really hard to function and think. So taking a breather and practicing positive self-talk will help restore your mind when everything is in shambles. One of the great things is to use mindful meditation. What it simply is a type of meditation in which you focus on being intensively aware of what you're sensing and feeling in the moment, without interpretation or judgment. Practicing mindfulness involves breathing methods, guided imagery, and other practices to relax the mind and body and help reduce stress. And one of the ways to practice it is when you're free of any clutter or any important things. What you want to do is get in your bed, lie on your back with your legs extended and arms at your sides, palms facing up. Focus your attention slowly and deliberately on each part of your body in order from toe to head or head to toe. Be aware of any sensations, emotions, or thoughts associated with each part of your body. Sitting, meditating, thinking, and going deep in your mind and thinking of all of the things that you're thinking, but now you're letting it drift away so you can be present and aware, and so you can soon unwind and be here and now. Listening to different frequencies of vibration will also help relax you. Or if you are having a hard time with this, you can use guided meditation and let someone else guide you through the process, because sometimes the mind may be going a million miles per hour where you can't relax or sit still. So that's why any type of form of meditation is handy. So in this video, we touched on some really good key points about taking control of your life and having the power to be your own master, because life can catch you on the blind side, and when you're stressed, you're vulnerable to distraction and your feelings will take over, which the reptile brain will be tempted to do anything that it feels like doing. So take control, be the guardian of your own reality, because life is simply what you make it. So do your best and make it a life worth living. I hope everyone got some value from this video. I'll see everyone later.